Hey everybody, thanks for being here. I got a lot of things on my mind, so it makes it a little bit challenging to make a video about that I feel like talking in. And that is this morning, so welcome. Hope everybody's doing good. I hope you're finding what you're looking for. What are we looking for? What is any human actually literally looking for? And I would assume that most people want happiness. But I could be wrong, But everybody's happiness is different. Jared and Bo are watching Dexter lately. And his happiness, what makes him feel alive is, makes a really interesting story because he is a serial killer. So I don't know if I could say that on YouTube or not. But that's the story of the show. And it's, you fall in love with Dexter. He's a cool guy. He's taking care of bad guys. He has a rule, a code that he lives by. This is what makes him feel like he's happy to be here. Because he feels like, he feels like he let his mom down. He was a little kid. She gets killed right in front of him, and he can't save her because he's a little tiny kid. It's like 5 years old. So I recommend watching Dexter. I've only seen a few episodes so far, but it's a pretty good show. It's got to be a challenge if that's there. I mean, I don't know. Is there really guys out there like Dexter? I mean, there's a good question. And of course, he sounds a lot like Batman, except he doesn't have all the, the cool toys that Batman has. Maybe a darker Batman. So what makes us happy to be here? And hopefully it isn't, of the story of Dexter. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
You want to say?
That's the greenhouse. Donna works really hard on Donna, my sister. It's night. It's morning. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and here in Burley, Idaho. Connected or not connected? Are we feeling connected or not connected? Do we want to feel connected or not connected? And to what, whom, or, what do we want to be connected with? And I'm speaking of the heart, the connection of the heart, because that's where our struggle is. That's the struggle. When you're around a puppy dog, you know that they love you. You feel connected. I mean, I do. I think that's I guess it's, it's for everybody. It's subjective. So, but, this little lady here, her name's Ursa. And I am cautious around her because when I see her, she's so darn cute. I just want to pet her and love on her and all that. So inside, I feel very excited to see her, and my excitement is like way too much for her to take. And she's in heat right now, so I'm like, ah. But she kind of tries to be the boy to everyone. And, we love her and she's young and anyways, that part doesn't matter. That's little baby kitty. Well, home is where the heart is. Everybody's heard that saying, I'm pretty sure. If you haven't, then home is where the heart is. It's a very interesting way to look at what really is home. What the heck does home is where the heart is mean? What does it mean to you? Is it a feeling? Seems like a feeling to me. Home is where the heart is. And so that depends on how my heart is feeling, no matter where I am, because I feel like my home has always been in me. I live inside of the person, this body. I'm in there, controlling it, or it's controlling me, one of the two. So what is the heart all about then? Home is where the heart is. That's complicated, isn't it? Or is it just so easy to explain? To say all the different things that your heart has felt, good or bad. That's a lifetime, isn't it? A lifetime of heartbreak and joy, sadness, sorrow, regret, hope. We sure do feel it right inside of that old heart. Whether we can talk about it or not, that is another story. Man, there's a lot of heartbreak out there. I'm sure I don't have to tell you. I am gonna guess that whoever you are, probably Ernie, hi Ernie, that you have experienced heartbreak, loss, pain. You've suffered in some way. I am going to assume that about anyone that is listening. And what do you say? It's like I respect that people have to go through pain. Not have to, but we do. We experience pain from the moment we are being born. We're born into this painful place. I have a brand new grandson, and but I also have experienced, having 6 kids. So, and I'm blessed because I have done that, experienced that. It's beautiful, but super painful, and it's painful because I cared about it, care about it so much. Cared and care. How much can the heart really take, when loss occurs, heavy loss of children and sisters, grandparents, of course, and parent, there's I don't know how many people you know, but I don't know a lot of people. I don't know very many people outside of my family. An acquaintance, sure, but to actually know someone else? Are you kidding me? You know, I've always found it safer not to know anyone or to know very few people, to be very selective about people. Why be selective, you ask? Because it's a very dangerous world, that's why. And if you don't know that, then I'm telling you that now. In religion, they teach you, or, in the Bible, they teach you to be prepared. And watch out, for the wolves. All the stories in there is about a good guy and a bad guy. And what is going to happen. And, it's kind of like the story of Batman. There's, there's the good and the bad, and Star Wars, and good and bad. And, of course, it all depends on what everyone thinks is good and bad. What was good and okay 100 years ago is not good and okay today, because we have evolved, we have improved over having better manners towards each other. At least better manners, After the big COVID thing, everybody started washing their hands, which, thank you. Hey, give each other a little bit of space. You don't want to catch my germs. I found that, it was sorely needed. Everybody needing to be more aware when we're in public. That wasn't something that we were accustomed to before. That's the little girl down there, and she's making little squeaky noises. If you were to describe how full your soul is, or how empty it is, to yourself, not to me, but you can if you want to. Full or empty of the soul, What the heck does that mean? What the heck does it mean? It's not an easy question to face yourself with. Am I on my way to feeling excited? And I do get excited, and I'm not giving up, but there's a struggle. There's what am I reaching for sometimes? What is going to quench my thirst? My thirst for what? My passion for what? My drive for what? And of course, since my soul is asking this question, it's coming from inside where the heart, where the home is. This question for a way to fill in that empty part, the part that lost, hey, now that part is over, the most painful part, I think, is over, for a while anyways. What am I going to fill it with now? One of my favorite things, of course, has always been lights. And I love puppy dogs, kitty cats, the chickens outside. spending time with my family, is awesome. Get it ready for Christmas with Rochelle. She gets so excited about all the lights too. We get excited together. We're not jumping around or anything. Well, we do a little bit. We turn on Christmas music and get it going. Of course, not every Christmas has been a pleasant Christmas. Or I would say it's been pleasant, but it's been more solitary. It was hard to be in a celebrating mood. But they say there is a time and a season for everything. A time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to dance, and a time to die. Yeah, death can be really hard to swallow. The whole concept of death, of it's over, it scares the heck out of most people. Making sure something is over. Death of an attitude, death of a way of living. Those are also very hard to accept. Well, I let the dog out, but it is cold out here, so I'm probably gonna head back in. I'm already shivering. I have my big coats on. Sun will be up soon. Can you describe your greatest happiness? What is that? What gives you the greatest happiness? I think that the greatest happiness I've ever known comes through loving someone and cherishing every moment that you get to have with them, because you know that it could be over any second. So whenever you do get to spend time with that person, it's extremely special. Little kitty. She's extremely special. And the last kitty escaped the house accidentally and got run over by a car. So we know that little baby kitties are very special. And they don't always last as long out on a country road. So every moment is precious. I think she's excited that we have Christmas tree stuff going on. So I like to cherish the finer details of the effort put in to what is going around, here in where I am at. No matter where that is that I'm at. Because I do like to go and visit my family. Everybody's so unique, So I have 5 sisters and 3 brothers and lots of nieces and nephews. It's really awesome. I get to go do fun stuff with the young, everybody that has energy. The kids. The youngsters, because it's just awesome. I get to hang out with the kids. Well, I mean, I have my room at Grandma's house, of course. But could be, going somewhere else. It's like being on vacation. This kitty's crazy. She's a troublemaker. Super adventurous little lady. It's exciting to see a kitten. Everything is brand new. Everything for her is all about whatever it is she wants, which is usually to chase something or take a nap or eat. She's full of surprises. And gets into the plants and trouble, what we would call trouble. Trouble for us. It isn't trouble for her, though. It's what she has to do. She's compelled by her curiosity. It's like a kitty cat like her has the true fire inside of her for the passion for just adventure. That's her thing. Perfect example of just, going for it. Going for it. That's what she is excited to be here for. She does get super excited. She attacks the doggies. Sometimes they, I don't know, are they too rough? She seems okay, and she still does it, so. I don't know. Turning this way and that way, everything is, it's like her senses must be going off the hook. For look at this, look at that, oh, bite this, jump through that, stand on this, knock this over. It's never ending. All I know is that if you're feeling emptiness or feeling stuck, backstabbed, just feeling down, feeling bad, feeling angry, that is horrible. and that's, probably the opposite of what anybody wants to feel. Nobody wants to feel the weight of the world, only bad vibes. Nobody wants to feel that. Or that is what I don't want to feel. Yeah. So maybe there are people that love feeling that. I don't know. I don't know. Is that a feeling of love? And to who? Is that the sign? If that's what you love, then is that the sign of, what is that a sign of for whomever? I mean, I can't even begin to understand if that's just complete misery, to only love misery like that. I mean, misery loves company, so I guess, there really, really is someone that loves emptiness. Maybe the emptiness, maybe I just do not understand emptiness. How do you describe feeling empty? Describe empty and full. You know? Empty and full inside of yourself. I think it's, for me, to see the kitty is to see her full. When she's on empty, she's asleep. And then she starts all over again, in this fullness of jumping from one thing to the next. Just keep moving. She doesn't give up on her search for something that might wiggle in front of her or, get her excited. She knows it's out there. And she will find it. She's getting in trouble. Well, I thought Ursa wanted to come in, but she did not. I think sometimes connecting to someone is a vibe. Is it all just about a vibe? The energy exchange. What the heck does that mean? Well, it means how I feel when I'm around someone. Or, how do you feel when you're around someone? What do you feel? Do you feel anything? Is it better to feel something or nothing when you're around someone? Man, that's a question. It's better not to feel. What does that say about the person that you're around? I try not to think about it. We've all been there. I try not to think about how I feel when I'm around this person because it's so bad. Not cool. I think everybody's felt that. It's almost like being around a rotten egg, but no one's allowed to talk about it. And you better not complain about it. You better be real grateful that you get to be there. In the presence of the rotten egg. Who hasn't felt that? Who hasn't been around that person before? Wah, wah, wah. I know I felt like I was the rotten egg sometimes. Because it was so bad. Hurtful. Hurtful to what? Hurtful to my home. My home where my heart is. I definitely love the smell and the sound of coffee being made. And then getting to drink it, of course. Got my coffee. Thinking about who I feel heart to heart with. Who is on my side? Who wishes to lift me up? Who loves my courage and my strength? Who honors the person that I am? Those are tough people to find in this world. Those are really tough people to find in this world. But isn't that who you should be hanging out with? Sometimes that is a very few number of people, and that's okay. You know, everybody gets to do their thing, and as far as I'm concerned, I want everybody to have everything they want. In fact, when I meet people, I assume everyone has everything, or I imagine that everybody has everything. Can you imagine if everyone had everything? It's not really that hard to imagine. Hey, everybody has everything that they want. You know, you want Lamborghinis and all this stuff. Okay, so everybody has everything they could ever want, all the money, everything. I'm not saying that it's possible. I'm just saying that is how I imagine it to be. Now, who makes me feel super happy and uplifts me and all those things? Who in that crowd of everyone that has everything, who do I get along with best? You know, who do I like hanging out with? You know, and ask yourself that. If everybody had everything, and that means that you have it all too. You have it all too. So does everybody else. So, you know, who are you going to spend your time with? It's probably, you know, if people are cranky, is that who you want to spend your time with? You know, isn't there enough crankiness in the world? But yes, that happens. Cranky people want to spend time with other cranky people. And I know, because I've been cranky. I've been cranky. Who doesn't get cranky? You know? Cranky with who? Cranky with myself. Cranky about this, cranky about that. It happens. It's supposed to happen. We're supposed to be looking inward. We're supposed to figure it out. We're supposed to know. We're supposed to be old enough, you know, to figure it out. So someone says, get it all figured out before you die. That's what someone said. Figure out how to be really happy without stepping on anyone else's toes, you know. But remember, you can't make everybody happy. In fact, you can't make anybody happy except yourself, and sometimes that's impossible for the moment. Maybe you can find happiness somewhere a happiness in whatever it is that you're doing, wherever you're at. What happiness do you find there? That happiness will fulfill that moment. I mean, look at this Christmas tree. Took a lot of work for me and Michelle to set all this stuff up. We rearranged the furniture, and it was a lot of work. And it's blessing everybody with this beautiful ambiance. Not going to say it wasn't painful, you know. Already have a sore back and neck, so just a little, you know, and so a little pain comes with putting it all together, looking at how fabulous it is. Needing to drink more water, probably, too. Well, as you can see, we did set up a little bit early for Christmas. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. Got, well, just a few more days, so it's okay. And a week, maybe. I'm glad you were here and you listened. And I am really glad to connect in this way. It's a little too difficult to connect with with a million people or whatever. You know, it's hard enough to be connected to one person. So connecting in any way, simply and beautifully, that's what I hope I'm accomplishing here. So remember, never give up, never surrender to finding what it is you want. Little boy. Hey, Yogi. I bet Yogi wants to go outside. Keep going. Look for the surprises. Cherish the moment.